Have you ever found something at the thrift store that you were drawn to, but just didn't have that warm, old-fashioned, primitive look you love? Well, today I'm taking a thrifted box and giving it a whole new look. And if you're new here, I'm so glad you found me. I'm Michelle, and here at the Faithful Decorator, I love creating a warm and welcoming home using thrifted vintage finds and a little bit of creativity. So let's get started. So for this fun, quick little DIY, I am staining this fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby. I want to use it for some crafts. I want to use it to make some ribbons for some things, and I have a set of boxes, papier-mache boxes that I want to cover with this, but I need to stain it first. And I love a coffee stain, so I'm using instant coffee. I just measured out some, poured in some water in this bowl, give it a quick little stir. And then I am going to just go ahead and dip this entire piece of fabric in. Making sure I have all the spots covered, covered with the coffee. Especially because this is such a big piece. And then wring it out. And then let it dry. I'm all set up. I'm ready to put the fabric onto this paper mache box. I got it, I think, at a thrift store, either a thrift store or a yard sale. It has this crazy orange color, but I'm going to cover it with this this coffee stained prairie print, and then I have this plaid. I love the two colors together. I think, or the two fabrics together, I think they're just going to look nice and old and primitive. And then I have, of course, my paintbrush, and I'm using the matte Mod Podge. Now, I've never done this before, but I've went ahead and I cut out, the fabric for each one. I'm going to do a different color lid. This is the lid. This will be the base. I'm just going to Mod Podge it on and see how this goes. If all goes well, then I have this other little tiny paper mache box that I could also do. So let's see how this works. Here they are. I have them upside down drying, but that was actually a fun craft. Actually kind of fun. This is the bottom and then the inside of the base. Just need to let it dry and then I'll show you what it looks like completed. Here is a closer look at the box, the finished box. Now, I actually think that I may go back and make this look even more rusty and crusty, a little more time-worn by sanding it and possibly adding maybe a little more coffee stain by using a spray bottle to give it kind of splotchy, a more splotchy look, to make it look more uneven. But I love this fabric, first of all, and the two prints together, I just love that so much. But I think some, you know, a little distressing around the edges and around the middle, and some, you know, even if I just use some antiquing wax or a little bit of ink brushed on the edges, I think it would just give it a great look. And so I want to place this over here in my hutch. So yes, I have my turkeys out already. I've put a little base, a little wooden base in there for a platform so that, handed, ruined my good Bible, that wouldn't be good. Just to give it a little rise. So that's where I have it. I'm going to add, beside the turkey, this little cake stand with my cinnamon rolls on it and a little cloche. And then I have another turkey candlestick holder with battery operated candle. That's not on yet. It's on a timer. But that is the look here that I've come up with for my primitive pantry box. Hey, let me know in the comments what you think. Have you ever made boxes like this? If you have, I'd love to know maybe your thoughts on how you got yours to look old and distressed, or maybe you like yours to look newer. I don't know, but I would love to know. I would love to hear from you, your thoughts on that. But yes, it's August and I went ahead and I put my turkeys out. Oh, well, that's only part of it. Look here. I went ahead and put my Thanksgiving sign, our postcard up, because I feel like I can be full of thanks and giving all year long. But yep, there's my pantry box.